This is exciting. First and foremost, welcome to the Playroom. Welcome to the Playroom, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited. We are live on podcast. We're also live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Periscope. We're also live on Clubhouse. We're also live. Here we are today on a Thursday morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited because I've always wanted to do a live event, and I think I've always been doing one, but right now it's been getting so much better over time because I've decided to really take my time and help you all to really scale using Pinterest as a business and use it effectively, because we all need to use Pinterest for one thing or the other and build our audiences. Sometimes it takes time to grow, but I will definitely tell you that if you're using Pinterest for the right thing, you can really scale your business, and over time, you can get a lot of reception. You can get a lot of things that can come your way. So today, we're in the Pinterest and SEO marketing club. And if you haven't followed this club, follow this club at the top of my head. There's a green Monopoly house. Follow us because we're going to be coming with so many insights. So many things are going to be coming your way soon. Next week, we're going to have Diacon versus Club Hub Analytics with amazing guests. So you can check the club to see who the guests are. We're going to be talking about all these platforms and just giving you insight about what you can use for your marketing tools as a business. So using marketing, there is a lot of value that you have to create when you're using Pinterest. Now, there is something called the Pinterest search. Now, with the Pinterest search, you have to realize that you're using Pinterest to search for things that are guided. What do I mean by a guided search? A guided search is a search that allows you to be focused on the target, focused on the mission, focused on what people want to get out of that search. Because if you think about intentful search, you're thinking about creating value with people who are looking for your content. Now, what is guided search? By definition, and this is by definition, it's a model of human visual search. I've always talked about Pinterest being a visual search engine. Guided search is a model of human visual search performance. That's a keyword, performance, specifically of search tasks in which an observer looks for a target, object, amongst some number of distracting items. So this makes complete sense, because if you're thinking about searching for something, you're thinking about, oh, I'm looking for recipes to cook chicken, and you find like 1,000 recipes. You're not going to use all 1,000 recipes. You're going to find the one that resonates with you the most. And how does that resonate with you the most? It's going to be based on the performance of that post, based on the performance of that content. So you have to use Pinterest as a business tool to really understand who you're focusing on, who you're driving target to, and why you're driving target to them. Some people wonder, okay, I want to rank on Pinterest. I want to rank on my SEO website. Yes, you want to rank there, but how are you going to rank there and stay there? Because the competition is so stiff. It's so competitive. But at the same time, if you know how you want to use your platform, you can be able to use it consecutively. You can be able to really change the value of what you're creating and give people a chance to shine, give people a chance to see you, and give people a chance to comment. One of the places I love to comment on is on Pinterest, because when you comment on Pinterest, it really shows that you care. It really shows that you are actually part of the community. I was on my Pinterest account today, and I saw this amazing couple. They were just working out, and the woman was just working out, showing you how to like get rid of back like fat on the back, and she showed you examples of how to do it, and that was in about 30 seconds. When she did that, she was so, like, you could see that she was really taking her time to really make sure that she's doing the right thing and giving people guided search. She was literally objecting everything that she was putting out. She was creating that content to make sure that you know what she's doing, how she's doing it, and why she's doing it. And people in the comment section are even saying like, oh my goodness, this shows me that if you can do it, I can do it, and people are commenting. People are actually saying, this is something I want to do. I want to lose weight. I want to feel good. And this is a pin that has nothing to do with me, but has everything to do with the content and the context of our wellness. So when you see people that are commenting and feeling good about their weight, feeling good about things, that's how you see them on Pinterest. And Pinterest is a positive place. So I would tell you that before we get into the 5 marketing tools I have for you today, and we're only going to be here for an hour. So if you want to raise up your hand, feel free. The room is open. You can be able to raise up your hand and ask me any question on how to use it. And, feel free to just, raise your hand and I'll be here. Thank you so much for being here once again. I really appreciate each and every one of you. We're here live on Facebook, live on YouTube. We're live on our podcast. We're live on Periscope. We're just amazing people trying to have a good community here. And I just love this because the We Don't Play podcast is almost getting to 200 episodes, and I'm so excited to really roll out things that people have talked about, their experiences, and these are stories that people can tell you and you can be able to get inspired by. So the first marketing tool that I'm going to tell you about Pinterest, and I'm serious about this. The first marketing tool I will tell you about Pinterest is to actually use the Pinterest business marketing tools that have been given to you. There are others that I'm going to mention. The other 4 are not Pinterest, but inside Pinterest alone, you can get every single thing you need. Let me give you an example. If you have a Pinterest business account and you don't know who your audience is, you don't know who your target audience is, the moment you start to post pictures and videos about your business, without even wondering what is going on around you, you're constantly going to create an interest. You're constantly going to create a desire. And that action is going to allow people to find you, because if you are very particular about this is what I want to do, and I do it the way I want to show people how it's done, and people actually comment, they like it, they save it on their boards, especially when they save it on their boards. Just like on Instagram, if someone saves your post, it means that you're really doing well with your post. You're really resonating with somebody. On Pinterest, when you do the same thing and someone saves your board, that tells you 2 things. 1, it's either they're saving it because they really love this information and they don't have the time to go through it, or 2, they have the time, but they want to save it and come back later because they might want to do something about it. And it could be anything. So when you are using Pinterest and you're seeing people saving, you're seeing people commenting, you're seeing people liking, there are 2 sections of the likes, and I love that. You can either like or say it was helpful. And think about an Amazon review, or think about a Trustpilot review, or a Yelp review. When your people are like saying this was helpful and you're reading it, it gives you more confidence to agree with what is being said in context. So Pinterest gives you that. Pinterest gives you that marketing tool to really use. And you can have the analytics section the whole way. You have the overview, you have the audience insights, you have the conversion insights, and that's even in beta mode. Not everybody has access to that. Conversion insights. What are conversion insights? If you have an e-commerce store, if you're selling anything that is a product or a service that is connected to your website, whichever website that you've plugged it into, there's a section that says that Pinterest will need to connect their tag to your website. That's something that you can be able to do easily. And when you do that, over time, you're going to understand that your performance over time is going to be split by your revenue, is going to be split by your average order value. And you hear this a lot about an average order value. The next one is your checkouts. The next one is your add to cart. And the last one is your page visits. Who wouldn't want to know how many people are clicking or checking out or adding to their cart while just on Pinterest? That's a beautiful place to be, because it gives you everything and it's split by the category. So you don't have to worry about, are people clicking? Are people doing this? The analytics are going to tell you everything. The next one is the video section. The video section on Pinterest as a business, it gives you insight on the average playtime. Now, they just started rolling out the average time on Reels, and it's not everybody that has it. And you can get to see the average watch time, see how many people are connecting with you, engaging with you. On Pinterest, you already have the average playtime. And if you look at your stories, it gives you a whole list of your average playtime. And it tells you that, okay, even Pinterest themselves, they say that for you to really rank on Pinterest and add value, you need to hook people for at least 4 seconds. 4 seconds. That's a lot of time if you think about 4 seconds. If I stop talking for 4 seconds, there's going to be a long pause. So when you think about 4 seconds and you're adding value to the algorithm, you are creating content that people are able to see, they're able to relate to, and they can be able to get inspired by, which can cause them to maybe like it, comment, leave a few of their 2 cents, or probably even save it and most likely click on it, because that's what you want them to do. If you want them to click on a video, if you want them to click on a pin, then they have to have a reason why they need to click on a pin. So when you're using these marketing tools, you have to use them with intent. You have to use them to the point of no return. Like, you have to use this thing understanding that, okay, this is what I want to do with my business. This is what I want to show. And it's a visual search engine. So if you're feeding the system, if you're feeding Google on a consistent basis, letting them know that, hey, this is a guided search I want people to find using a longer tail keyword. And a long tail keyword is just between 2 to 5 words that you can use consistently, that you can be able to relate and give an extended result based on what people are searching for. So if it's something that is focused on a topic that is very concentrated, that topic, if it's, let's say, coffee table, the guided search through Pinterest should be coffee table for business owners, coffee table for couples. You have to understand that the coffee table could be the subject, but you need to have a characteristic around it that can build that interest, and that will take time. If you are thinking about, for example, you have art, you're selling art galleries, you're selling all these amazing things, and that's your focus. You have art gallery. I'm just giving you an example. If you have an art gallery and you're selling it on Pinterest and you're showing people mood boards, I would suggest that you have 2 types of boards. One board should be for your brand, should be showing everything about your brand, all keywords search related, so that when people are looking for authentic things, they can find you. And always when you claim your account on Pinterest, that's the beauty of it, because once you claim it, Pinterest gives you all the credit for all the things that you post. Even though you repurpose somebody else's content, or it was a video of somebody talking about your product and it's connected to your Pinterest account, you get the credit. So you're literally getting 100% credit for everything that you produce. And that's the beauty of Pinterest, because it rewards you over time. People find you and you're able to really, really rank. So I was giving an example of, if you're thinking about an art gallery, the art gallery is going to be your mood board. That's where you're going to be able to really showcase and say, hey, this is my art. This is the different types of art. Even inside that art board, you can have different sections. And when you have different sections, it tells the person that comes to your account that, oh, this person is organized. It's like coming into your bedroom and everything is just upside down. We all have those days. I have those days. Nobody else is exempted from that. But you clean up your room, you make sure everything is fine. You do your laundry, you do what you're supposed to do. That's your own responsibility, and it's a given. So if somebody comes to your Pinterest account and it's all messy, I don't even know what to start clicking on, I don't know what this is going to lead me to, you're not going to get any clicks, you're not going to get any likes, you're not going to get any engagement. And the first thing you have to do is understand that before you post anything, you have to do your research. I was just talking to our client, an amazing client, Melanie Ann's Boutique. They're based in Texas, and I was literally talking about, how they can be able to get on Pinterest, build their Pinterest search, because they're doing so well right now in store and online, especially when they're ranking with SEO. And now with their Pinterest, I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, this is not even out yet, but it's looking good because the team took the time to really pay attention to what is going to be searched for, and that's going to really populate the data. So if you're thinking about creating content, you have to build words that are actually standing out. So if you have an art gallery, that will be your primary keyword. Your secondary keyword in this case now will be like decor. It will be interior design ideas, things that people are searching for every day. If you're traveling and you're talking about, you're selling bags, you're selling, luggage bags, you're selling luggages for travel, you're thinking about the people that are, going to buy that, then your mood board should have that. And then another board should be talking about places to travel, tips for travel. You should be saving posts and blog posts that are talking about travel related topics. So before you know it, you're not only talking about yourself, you're also participating in the community, and you're also giving value where it's due. So you are finding words that match with people's, search. That's the best way to keep people. It's the best way to really understand that you're using this consecutively. And there's one thing that you have to know. There's one thing you have to know. For you to rank for SEO success and to rank at the top. Now, this is something that you have to think about. When you're searching for things, don't search for words that are too big or too broad, because they can really sink you down and you don't want to be drowned by, everybody else. So if you're thinking about ranking for SEO, I'd rather say rank for SEO for bloggers. That's completely different from SEO for artists or SEO for entrepreneurs. So if you have SEO for bloggers, inside SEO for bloggers, you should be typing SEO for bloggers A. SEO for bloggers B, SEO for bloggers C. Before you know it, you're going to find secondary keywords, which is now within the suffix area, and you're able to understand what are the words people are typing, which is going to lead you pretty much to a long tail keyword, because SEO for bloggers is 3 words already. And if you say SEO for bloggers or for artists or for entrepreneurs, those are 3 words. And then SEO for bloggers aesthetics, those are 4 words. Now you have 4 words that are going to rank because you're talking about that specific topic. So I'm breaking it down for you just to know that it's not hard to rank on Pinterest, but you need to know what you want to rank for. So before I go any further, if there's any questions, I'll stop for a few seconds. If you have any questions, raise up your hand. If not, I'll just continue. All right. So SEO for bloggers, SEO for content, SEO for long-term keywords, backlinks, social shares. Writing great content is amazing, but you also have to understand what people are searching for. I don't know if you've ever heard about something called a commercial keyword. A commercial keyword is a word that tells someone what they should actively do when they come to your site or when they find you as an article or as an authority. For example, if I say best places to travel in 2021, that's a commercial keyword because I've added the word best and I've literally taken out everybody else who is not the best. So you're using a commercial keyword to now fight for that same space, but you have to use that intentfully. So when you're using these keywords, this is now the second marketing tool that I want you to think about. After you're using Pinterest, after you've been able to really build your account and you've been able to tell them, okay, this is what I want to rank for. I've optimized my video cover image and my static video image, whichever form you want to have, an image, a video, a carousel, a logo pop-up, whatever you want to do to make it fancy, it's really up to you. And then when you create that, over time, you're going to notice something. Once you have your keyword placed as your title, when you also have your keyword placed as your description, and you also have your website claimed, which is also probably going to be a keyword optimized domain, because if it's not, you can also add a /, and the / can have a keyword right next to it. So you can really rank if you want to do this for yourself and for your business. So the next tool, and I've talked about this on Clubhouse, so I'm willing to show anybody if they want to learn more about this product, just send me a DM if you have any questions. My DMs are open. Just click on my face, go to my Instagram or my Twitter, and reach out to me and let me know what your questions are, and I'll definitely be able to answer them for you. So when you think about marketing tools for using Pinterest and SEO success, this tool that I keep talking about is called Uber Suggest. Uber Suggest is amazing. It's amazing. It's literally, there are others. There's Google Keyword Planner. You can talk about Ahrefs. You can talk about Moz. You can use anything. But for me, I have used Uber Suggest for almost a year now, and I can say without a doubt that every single website that we have audited for our clients or for ourselves, the website is ranking. Literally, people are receiving organic feedback because those SEO keywords that we talked about in the beginning were used, because those are the words they wanted to rank for. And everybody that is using a keyword has a competitor. So if you have a competitor, what are their keywords? What are their website's keywords? What are they using in their social media? What words are they repeating all the time? You can go to sparktoro.com to find how to use this information and see what is being used in your industry, whatever industry you're in. So use this marketing tools wisely, guys. Use this wisely because you're going to use this and need this for a long time. And if you start making progress today, you can start seeing progress and start pushing up. I did an article on how to play music on Clubhouse. Now that article is ranking on Google on the first and second page. And I'm so happy that I got to know that because I connected my Google Analytics and Search Console way beforehand. And I wanted to really do my research and know what is my website ranking for? Why are people coming to my website? What do people want to know about this topic, that topic? So now I'm very focused on Pinterest, SEO, marketing, digital marketing, making sure that Pinterest is looking good too. You can check out our Pinterest if you just search the word Work and Play Entertainment or Play Inc. Online. See what we're doing there. Amazing content. We have podcasts. We have all these things that we've been able to push out. And we're getting to 200 episodes. This is close to 200 episodes. And after the 200th episode, there's so much value that we're going to be adding back to you, especially if you're on our mailing list, because that's where we're going to be giving you all this exclusive content. So we are here to serve. We're here to help you. We're also here to help you grow. But at the same time, we also want to know what your questions are. So if you have any questions, please, fill in the comments or just raise up your hand and I'll definitely be able to raise you up and we can talk about it. Now, Ubersuggest. How can you use Ubersuggest? You can use Ubersuggest in 4 ways. There's a section called Domain Overview. What is that? Domain Overview pretty much is your traffic analyzer. It tells you exactly what you're ranking for through your organic keywords. What is the domain authority? Domain authority is just a search engine ranking score that is even built by Moz, because they work together, and that predicts how likely a website is supposed to rank on the SERP. What is a SERP? A SERP is a search engine result page. And what is that? When you search for anything on Google, you're always going to get 10 links on your first page. Those 10 links is what's called a SERP. And I'm going to come back to that. That's one of the marketing tools I'm going to talk about. So if you're on a rank for that, you want to be able to create content and build content over time by having organic keywords and having a domain authority. So by building a domain authority, you need to build organic monthly traffic. And how do you do that? By having organic keywords. And what are organic keywords? Organic keywords are keywords, and I will use the same word and I'll explain it later. Organic keywords are targeted words that you use intentfully for search that the domain would rank for based on the search that you get as a result on the page, which is a SERP. So the first section is the domain overview. The second section is the keywords by traffic. If you search for your website and you have this as a Chrome extension, you can search for any website and see. But sometimes it gets a little complicated because you're going to start seeing a lot of numbers and things and you're like, I don't know what this means. I don't know what that means. And you don't want to mess anything up either. That's why we're here to help. That's why we're here to show you how you can be able to rank without focusing on those things that are too technical. So I'm just telling you how you can be able to use them from a fundamental practice point and use that for your benefit. So when you think about using Ubersuggest and using the keywords by traffic, it's going to show you what you're going to be ranking for. If you want to know what to rank for, look for words between 50 to 50,000 in search volume. You can go to 100,000 in search volume, 1 million in search volume, and rank there because you focused on the low search volume. People use Pinterest to find search. Like I showed you how to use, social media strategies A, social media strategies B. You're going to get social media strategies aesthetics or social media strategies books. Before you know it, you have so much content that you can use this and rank for them. But how do you know that these things are rankable or even worthy of ranking? The next thing you need to look out for is the keyword, and right next to the keyword is something called a volume. Now, the search volume is where the number of searches this particular keyword has in a month. So think about this. Every month, you're not going to have the same number. Sometimes the trend is going to go up. Everybody's looking for Valentine's. The next day, everybody's looking for Christmas. The next day, everybody's looking for Thanksgiving. It just goes way back and forth. Like it's haphazard. But on Pinterest, One thing that people don't do is to plan a month in advance. If you are a business, you have quarterly goals, and that's why you have a business account. That should tell you from a business perspective that you should have already planned your content way beforehand. So if you have a 3-month quarterly objective to create and you want to rank for this certain keywords, you have to build interest. And by building interest, you have to rank for these words on a consistent basis. And how can you build that consistency? By making sure that the search volume you want to rank for is within a low search volume competition and also has a high cost per click. Now, what is a cost per click? A cost per click is just telling you how expensive, let me just put that word like that, how expensive this keyword is. If women's boutique is $2.50 and women's boutique for mothers is $3.96, the $3.96 is way more expensive than the first one. And you realize that if you use both, you're pretty much adding them up. It's like adding math. But how you're doing that is by making sure that the one that you want to rank for first is well treated, is well taken care of, and has a search volume that is actually looking for that specific word. So you can use Ubersuggest to find that. And then there's also something called the SEO difficulty. What is an SEO difficulty? It's just how much you can rank based on the competition. So it's an estimated competition in organic search. The higher the volume, the higher the number of that SEO difficulty, the more competitive it is. So if you search for a word like Google or Pinterest or Amazon or amazing, all these big words and amazing people who have been able to bring a complete shift into our world and, innovate things that are inspiring us to do more and do better in our lives. If you think about the words that they're ranking for, those words by themselves are pretty much like 70, 80, 90. Those are hard words to rank for because they already have a domain authority that is giving them that priority. That's why the bid is so high. So for you as a business owner, for you as someone who is, in the entrepreneurship field, or you want to rank on these platforms and build your interest, build your target market, anybody can rank because everybody is searching for things. We have 3.5 billion searches a day on Pinterest. No, on Google, I'm sorry. On Google, we have 100 million active users on Pinterest, but we have about 3.5 billion searches on Google. And when you think about that, you're asking yourself, okay, how are we able to really get all this data and give people value? But you have to rank on the first page. Now you're wondering, okay, how do I rank on the first page? If you have a Google My Business account, those should be one of the places you should focus on. If you have an in-store location, if you have a place that you actually operate as a business and you have connected Google My Business and you also have a Pinterest business account, my oh my, you are going to have an amazing time because you're going to be getting a lot of traffic visually because Google Photos loves pictures that are organic and original that are uploaded to Google My Business. And you can use a platform like Geo to really get people to say, okay, if I'm looking for coffee near me, because you have a picture that's targeted in that location, then that location can be able to get that. So I'm giving you guys marketing tools that you can use for Pinterest and SEO success. Before I go any further, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. We're going to be here for the next 30 minutes and we're going to be out. And I'm going to close off the hand raising 10 minutes to the end of the meeting. So if you have any questions, please raise your hand and we're here to answer your questions. So we have the first one. Hey, Aquinet, good morning. Good afternoon.
Good morning, Favor. Good morning from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. And I wanted to get the spelling of that last tool that you said regarding Google My Business. It sounds like it's a Jewel something for the pictures.
Yes, it's called GeoImager. So that's GeoImgr.com.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So this is amazing because when you use this content and you build consistency over time. Sorry, did you get it?
Yes, thank you. I'm Aquinette and I'm done speaking. I'm driving, so I'm going to have to look for it later. But I remember now you said GeoImager, GeoImgr. So I will look for that when I finish typing.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anytime. I'm glad I was able to help you today. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand and join us on the stage. It's an open stage. Just feel free to be here because we just love to be around people. I don't want to be the only one on stage either. So feel free to raise up your hand. We have Dr. Michelle Williams. We have Elaine here. We have Jessime. We have Sherry. We have Kamel. We have CJ. Hey CJ, what's good? We have Lumi, we have Barbara. We have amazing people who are doing amazing things in the world right now, and I'm so happy you guys are able to spend your hour with me here today. So when I talked about this marketing tools, the first one was Pinterest itself. Use Pinterest as a business. And then when you use Pinterest as a business and you're linking them back to your Instagram, back to your Facebook, back to your LinkedIn, back to your TikTok, back to your website. If you have an Etsy account, you can use that too. You can be able to build traffic, and that's going to be advancing every single day. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to pay any ads because you're going to be able to use this intentfully. The second one I talked about was Ubersuggest. Ubersuggest is a place where you can be able to find those keywords you want to rank for and know what you want to use for those rankings. The third one I've talked about is GeoImager. GeoImager, visual image tool you can be able to use. They've been doing it for 10 years plus. You can be able to, literally upload your content, search for your address, paste the video there, not the video, the image, download the image, and make sure you add something. There's something you also need to know about GeoImager. There's a section that says keywords. There's a section that says metadata. Do not leave those places blank. That's why they put it there for you. Because if you have a GeoImager account, and by the way, just thinking about it, just to make your investment, it's usually free for the first 30 days, and it's gonna bill you about $9, pretty much $10 round up a month, and that's a paid plan. So if you're gonna use GeoImager, you can use unlimited images, and I would say invest $10, put for a whole month all the pictures that you. And I told this to a client just yesterday. If you don't want to spend too much money and just keep having that subscription, use that $10. Get in there for the 30 days, and then put all the images that you want to rank for that you have as a Google My Business, all the pictures, unlimited, all the pictures that you have, upload all of them. Make sure you use the keywords, and then using Ubersuggest, when you find those keywords and you find those search volumes, you're pretty much boosting your image. You're boosting your image because there's a place where you're going to write an EXIF tag, where you're going to search for your address. Once you find your address, you're going to paste it. It's going to write a tag, a longitude and a latitude. It's going to give pretty much the picture a DNA. And then from there, there's a keyword section, and where you're going to be able to put the keywords that you found from Ubersuggest. So everything I'm telling you is connecting together. It's not just separate different type of tools. These tools are going to help you for SEO. They're going to help you for Pinterest. And you guys are just going to blow up, and I'm excited to see where this is going to take you all. Because when you use Pinterest, you use all the tools they have and the features. Also, and we're going to come back to Pinterest too at the end. That's going to be the last one, which is going to really help you as well to merge the two. And when you think about creating Pinterest and SEO success, you're thinking about all these keywords that you want to rank for. Make sure that they're the right keywords. And then you also have something called alternative text. Alternative text. Alternative text is text that is used for people to screen read. And that's what Pixie does. Pixie is Pinterest AI. And with SEO as well, it's pretty much the same thing when they're indexing your website. So when you're using this alt text, if you have a Chrome account, when you have a Chrome browser, click on any image, double click on it or right click on it. You will see a section that says inspect element. When you click on inspect element, it's going to show you a section that's going to be pretty much in a brown color, I believe. It's going to say alt. And that alt is the alt text that you created before you posted that picture. So if you are smart, you would put those keywords in the alt text so that when people are searching for words, you can show up as a Google image result, or you can show up as a Pinterest link result, which adds value to your business, which adds value to you, because they're going to find your address, or they're going to find your in-store location. And that's where you can be able to really leverage success from a local perspective, or even regional if you want to. So use GeoImager. The fourth one I'm going to tell you guys today, and please use this sparingly. Use this sparingly. The fourth one is called What's My SERP. And if you want to know more about What's My SERP, just click the link in my bio and then click on the Pinterest marketing course and scroll down. If you want to go to the website, it's playinc.online/Pinterest. And you scroll all the way down where it says watch free workshops. The password is Pinterest with a capital P. And you can watch both workshops that we had and we ran in the Pinterest and SEO marketing club a few months ago. And I was able to talk to people and show them how to use it. Literally, I visually showed them on a Zoom call. And it was exciting to see their reaction, and they're using it for themselves now. So I'm just happy that everybody's learning this. So use What's My SERP. What is What's My SERP? It's a place that it's going to tell you what's my SERP. That's just trying to say what's my search engine results page. Literally, that's what SERP means. So if you think about SERP, you're thinking about the 10 results that you want to rank for on Google. If you want to rank on Google, you have to be very particular. If you have a YouTube video or a YouTube channel, even better, because you have a website, you have a YouTube channel, and you have a Pinterest account, you will be ranking so high, because YouTube, whenever you're searching for something, you get a result and it comes from YouTube most times. And those results that come from YouTube is a result of something that is coming through to your account. And if you're thinking about coming to someone's account through YouTube, you have to be placed with the keywords that people are searching for on YouTube. There's a platform that I'm going to tell you and this is going to be a bonus for you. So you better stay tuned, because this is the last thing I'm going to tell you. And if you join the mailing list, you're going to get the exact entry point for this. It's an amazing tool. Now, when you think about using What's My SERP, it's going to show you the API on anything. You can search for any city, any country. It's free of charge. You can be able to add it as a Chrome extension. What's My SERP? It's going to give you results. And the results is, when it says on Google, like what people also ask, or what are the related, questions. Those are the things that you're going to get as a result. And they're going to be leading you to pages that have that content. So your content could be in that page result if you have those keywords located towards the left, and if they're indexed within the first 40 to 50 characters when you're using these keywords for your business. So I'm just giving you guys tips that you can be able to use. The fifth one, we're getting to the fifth one. We're getting to about 20 minutes. It's about 18 minutes to the end. So if you have any questions, feel free to raise up your hand. Follow us at the Pinterest and SEO Marketing Club. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on our podcast. We're live on Periscope. It's just exciting to be here, and I'm just happy I'm able to do this again, because I don't usually go live everywhere like this all the time. So when I do this, it's because I really want to send a message, and I really want to make sure you guys are really resonating with this message, and I'm only saying it once. So check out the We Don't Play podcast, because we have amazing shows. It's available on Odd Podcast. Look at the link in my bio. Or you can just look at my profile on Clubhouse, and you can see the link, and you can just add it to your URL on your Safari or your Chrome browser. So when you're using What's My SERP, make sure that you're using What's My SERP, because it's going to tell you the results that are going to show. And they're going to show you two sections in the API section. It's going to show you the left side and the right side. The left side is going to show you what you're going to see on Google. The right side is going to show you like a code. And that code is what you're going to be able to know why this is ranking. You're going to notice that if someone is searching for marketing tips, the reason why somebody is ranking number one is because the word marketing was within the first few characters of their title. And that's a H1 tag. And then the next thing that was happening is that the keyword was also in the alt text. Then the keyword was also as a meta tag. So you're literally beefing up and you're layering up one thing to make the same thing, because you're pretty much trying to tell an AI system that, hey, this is what I want to rank for. And once they click on it, it's supposed to take them there. So don't fool the system trying to say, oh, I want to rank for marketing tips. And when they click on it, it links to my gardening video. Your bounce rate is going to go to 100%, and it's going to tank you on Google. So make sure that you're giving people value, because when people click on your link, they have an expectation that if you are the person that is ranking for this because you have a business and you can talk about this confidently, then you can use this. If you're not ready for that, do not use any of these tools that I just mentioned, because you do not want to rank for the wrong things either. So use What's My SERP. On the right side is going to show you the alt text. It's going to show you those keywords that you are looking for on the Uber Suggest platform to know how you can be able to rank for them. Now, the fifth one, we're getting to about 20 minutes to the top of the hour, maybe like about, we're closing in on 19 minutes now. So if you have any questions, feel free to raise up your hand. The fifth one, we're going back into Pinterest, guys. We're going back into Pinterest. And there's a section on Pinterest that shows you something that you guys should know about this. And if you don't know about this, please use this if you have a Pinterest business account. And this is going to save you a lot of time. Before we get to the next question, I wanted to answer Dr. Michelle. Hey, Michelle, how are you today, Dr. Michelle?
I am great. And this has been an incredible masterclass. I love this. I am just getting started on Pinterest. So I was just wondering, if you were in your first steps, what is the first thing you recommend? Like, what should I just start with? Should I start with planning out the SEO and the different texts, or should I? I'm not sure where to start.
Okay, you actually came at the perfect time because this fifth point is is exactly what I wanted to address. And what I will say here is that we're actually going to run it together so that I can actually show you how you can. Oh, sorry, I didn't even realize my mic was on mute. I'm so sorry, Dr. So
great, I thought it was my internet.
I was talking and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? I'm so sorry. So I was saying that it's perfect that you actually came at this time, because the next point that I was going to give was the exact starting point for everybody that wants to use a Pinterest business account and where they want to find their audience. Because like you mentioned, it's hard to start somewhere and just rank for the right thing because you don't know what to do. I will say this: when you're using, if you have a Pinterest business account, and I want to actually do this with you in live mode so that we can actually do this together. And I would ask you, do you have your Pinterest business account set up as far as, just having the account without anything else? Do you have access to it?
So I have an account, but I have to make it into a business account. It's not a business account yet, so I'm going to have to do that.
Okay. Are you next to your laptop, or I can just be able to do it from here and you can just tell me what to do? Is that okay? I can do it for you from here, if that's okay.
Yeah, let me see. I think I'm negotiator's way on Pinterest. Let me look. I haven't even logged in so long.
No problem.
Okay, here I am. Okay, so maybe I am a business account. So it says, okay, so I'm on a page that says Pinterest Business.
Yeah. So when you're in the right place. So when you look at the top, do you see a section where it says ads?
Yes.
Okay. So click on ads, and then click create ad. And then if you haven't had an ad before, it's going to either ask you to resume your work, or it's going to ask you to choose a campaign objective, right?
Yes, it's welcome to the Pinterest Ads Manager.
Okay, so are you in the section where you can choose a campaign objective?
Let me just.
Maybe if you click on next, and then it should take you to the first page.
Accept agreement. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so if you choose the campaign objective, you can use either of them, but I would say for the first, if you want to really show up on the ranks and if you want to see how that goes, you can use either of them to do this practice. But if you want to run an ad, I would tell you to do the drive conversion, which is formerly known as traffic. Then when you click on formerly traffic, which is the consideration, you're going to see the section where it says campaign name and status. And then it's going to give you a default name. You'll scroll down, just put any limit. You don't have to put any, just put $1 or $2, so that we can just continue. Then when you click continue, it's going to take you.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't have, so right now it says create analytics steps. I don't have where it says campaign.
Where it says campaign?
Oh, do I have to do active campaign? Do I have to click on promote a pin or a campaign first?
Oh, you have to click on, there's a section that says choose a campaign objective, and then it gives you 3 options. There's build awareness, drive consideration.
Is that under ads?
Yeah, that's under ads, create ad.
Okay. So create, overview, reporting, custom reports.
Oh, it's the first one.
Create.
Yeah, create ad. Okay.
Okay, yes, I see build brand awareness.
Nice. So, yeah. So click on consideration.
Okay.
And then at the bottom, just scroll all the way down. You'll see where it says daily spend limit.
Okay, I just put something.
Okay, then continue. Mm-hmm. So do you see it says add group details, right?
Yes.
Okay, so under targeting details, you're going to see where it says keywords and interest. And it's locked, right? Okay. So when you click on it, there's a section that will say enable keywords and interests. Do you see that?
When I click on it, I'm unlocking targeting market, control section strategy. But so I have to do a targeting. I think I have to do a targeting.
Oh yeah. You have to choose either reconnect with users or find new customers. So you can choose reconnect with users.
Okay.
And then it should now lead you to keywords and interests.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Then it will tell you to enable keywords and interests.
Okay.
Then you're going to see two tabs. One is going to say add interest. The other one's going to say add keywords.
Yes.
Then when you click on add keywords, it says choose relevant keywords to increase ad impressions in search results and related pins. So that was the related pins I was talking about earlier. So for best results, and I love how Pinterest just gives you that ultimate guideline. They said use a minimum of 25 keywords. So this keywords that you want to rank for, this 25 keywords have to be both a combination of related keywords and keywords that are target keywords. So what keyword do you want to rank for?
So probably negotiation. I know that's too big a keyword, so I do sometimes negotiation skills, negotiation techniques, negotiation tips, things like that.
Okay. So you see where it says under tell us how you'd like to map your keywords to users? Mm-hmm. The first one gives you an option to say users with current searching and planning intent. And the second one is users with long-term interests. I would choose the first one because it says these are users with current searching and planning intent, which just means that if they want to learn about negotiation tips, they're going to plan to intentionally type on that and find that keyword, and then a result is going to show up and you could pop up as a result if they're very specific. So if you want to rank for that, I would say type in the word negotiation on the where it says extend your reach.
Okay.
Did it give you anything? Sometimes some keywords we have to pretty much change the wording sometimes if we don't get it, but I wanted to know if you got it from your end.
I don't know. It didn't do anything. It just, like, even when I press return, it just stays in
It just stays there. Okay, so I would say instead of negotiation, I think I'll use the word consulting. Mm-hmm. That would be a related keyword, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so type in the word consulting. Because when you get a bunch of results. There you go. So if you look to the right, you're going to see a section that says potential audience size.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's the size, that's the bar that you're going to be looking at, because monthly active users on Pinterest are about over 100 million. That's why they put a 90 million plus there, because it could be a variable. So if you want to rank for these words, look at the words that are let's say between 2 to 5 words. Some of them could be 3 words, some of them could be 2 words. I see, like for you, I would say like let's see, business consultant could be one of them.
Okay.
If you click on business consultant and you press the plus sign, it's gonna jump to the left of the on the left side, and you're gonna see the ad audience size change.
Okay, yeah, so like business tips, business ideas, start a business, all have like 5 million plus.
Right. So now when you click on the plus sign that says like right next to it, it should take the word to the left side.
Okay, yeah, so you can, so I think that maybe mine is really under kind of leadership development is really
okay.
Probably more.
Okay. Leadership development. Okay, so if you type in the word leadership.
Yeah, so that's over 90 million, but then we have.
Then you can see. Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, positive leadership quotes.
Right. You see the plus sign next to it?
Mm-hmm.
So press the plus sign.
Okay.
You see what happens? It takes the word to the left.
Ah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then on the right side, you see the size has changed.
Yes.
So
now it says, yeah.
It says like about 110,000 max.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you use this method and keep going down the list, and see the ones that you want. Leadership quotes do so well as well. Leadership quotes do really, really well because quotes are really taken in with a lot of inspiration, because that's an inspirational tool that you can use to leverage your value. And if you have quotes that you have talked about in seminars or podcasts or features or even in shows that you've been able to produce, and you put them out there visually, and they have your logo brand and they look really clean with a 2:3 ratio, which is pretty much a vertical image, and you have a leadership quote at the bottom of your image, you could also have either your website in a small font or your username, so that people can just look at it as like a tag or a watermark, and then they can be able to now proceed and do the next thing, which is to reach out to you. So I would say use this method and then get 25 keywords. You're going to realize that before you're done, your audience size is going to be a sizable amount. And if you look at the bar, it says on the left side, it says narrow. On the right side, it says broad.
Okay.
So at some point when you're done with the 25 keywords, it's going to balance in between, and that's going to give you the potential audience size. So when you get the audience size, you're going to use this 25 keywords, save them into a spreadsheet, or just save them somewhere in your notes, and then take those same keywords and each of them go to the Uber Suggest and then see what search volume and click CPC, which is pretty much cost per click, is. And you will know that if the cost per click is higher, you're going to see some of them are going to be ranked, because you don't want to use all 25. You want to use the 25 if you're running an ad, so you can just paste them right back in there, because you already know what your audience size is. And then you can now size it down and say, oh, I'm going to have quotes as a board, and then under quotes you can add a section that will say leadership quotes. The other one can say motivational quotes. Before you know it, you have a bunch of quotes in one big board that people can be able to find you, because you always repetitively use those words verbatim to attract those audience sizes.
Okay, fabulous. Now, do you need to post a certain number of times a week or a day?
So this is a great question, because when you post, people say you want to post 5 to 25 times a day. That's a lot of work. I would say this, and this is what I've been able to see over time on Pinterest, is that if you have quality pins, and the AI is getting smarter and smarter every day. So what has been advised by Pinterest is that when you are creating content, it has to be a fresh pin. So let's say you're talking about 3 leadership quotes that you want that will help your day today, for example. Now, you would do a video in 1 minute, in about 60 seconds, and then highlight those quotes or highlight those pointers that you want to give them in those 60 seconds, and then break them down into 10 seconds each, and then upload them as videos on your Pinterest idea pin. And when you do that, also have this keywords like positive leadership quotes or motivational quotes or anything that is resulting as in your context. You can be able to put that as an in-text graphic. When you put it as an in-text graphic, which is just, there's a section in the Pinterest idea pin that allows you to add a text, or you can just graphically do it before you upload the video. And Pinterest is going to read that image, it's going to read the picture, and it's going to read the text in that image or in that video. And when you're speaking too, it'll be really good as well if you use some of these keywords, like if you put them in a nice way constructively, and you actually use these words and say them as a caption. It's also going to help, because when you have auto-generated captions, the words that you also say too could be keywords, just like you can ask Google something or ask Siri something. So when you use that and you're being very specific on what you're adding value to them in that particular video, break it down. And then that video, you're going to have about 9 slides or 10 slides, because let's say there are 3 heavy points. The first one, you have 4 seconds intro. Hey guys, welcome to my Pinterest page, and this is your 5 tips. Then you have your first tip, have that in a Canva format, maybe have it in a nice quote card, or just highlight the title and then explain it in the third one. The third one would be like a 10-second or 30-second video. Then the second one would be like a cover image. Then the video continues. Before you know it, you've got into your 5th point and you have about 10 different slides. When you post that once, I would say that the amount of visibility you're going to get is going to be so immense, because people are going to find out about your business. they're going to literally want to ask for more, because you're going to get comments, you're going to get reactions, you're going to get shares, you're going to get saves. And people are like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, this is nice information. How can I do this? It's going to get so interactive that you're going to be participating in the community. And then once you keep showing up and you do that, maybe let's say 3 times a week, and you've done 3 videos that are 3 minutes long, that are about 30 slides in total, you're going to have so much value that every time you're coming back, you're only giving them 1 nugget a day or 3 nuggets a week. And it's going to start adding up over time. And what that's going to do for you is that you're going to have a lot of discoverability, because Pinterest is pushing a lot of idea pins right now. So if your first video, let's say that video that you recorded is on a YouTube channel, or it's on your Instagram video, or you had an IGTV video, or it was on your website, you can take one of those slides that really resonate with you the most, then post it as a static or as a video pin, save it to the most relevant board first, because you may have a board that says quotes, another one that could say leadership quotes. If it's about leadership, I would say that pin it to the board that has leadership quotes before you pin it to quotes. Because when you pin it the first time, that's like when you're publishing a pin the first time, it's going to pin and publish it to a quote or to a board that is most relevant to that context that you want to bring out. So if you're doing that about 3 times a week, and that's about 12 times in a month, and you're doing that with 12 different topics you want to cover, maybe from answerthepublic.com, and you get all the answers. And if you look at answerthepublic.com, look for the dark green answers. They're going to get light green, dark green. Look for the darkest green, and that's the one that's going to give you the most questions asked. And you can answer those questions, add your expertise, and then put them in a video form, and then just repurpose that content. And trust me, you're going to see a lot of results, because you're focusing on this audience size that gave you this 25 keywords. Does that kind of clarify everything for you, Dr. Michelle?
Oh my gosh, it's absolutely amazing. I've been avoiding Pinterest for kind of months, just kind of not knowing where to start. And now I kind of have a clear roadmap and a plan, and this is so fabulous. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. I'm glad I was able to help out today. And you have all been amazing here today. Thank you so much for being here. Just to PTR real quick before I give you the last tip. This is the Pinterest and SEO Marketing Club, where we are able to offer value. We're going to be here again next week. We're going to be here and having a lot of rooms for you, because this month we're going to have a lot of rooms like we've never had before. So make sure you follow the club, because we're going to have some content for you. Click the link in my bio on Instagram or Twitter if you want to join the newsletter, because we're going to be giving out some information that even this next bonus I'm giving to you, you'd have to be on the email list to get this, because I'm not just going to post this out there, because it's value, and I think everybody deserves to get this value too. So if you join our mailing list for the Pinterest and SEO marketing, you can also get all the links that we talked about, the podcast episode that's going to be out for you. Everything that's going to be related, you can be able to use it for your benefit. So this is what I would say. The last one is called, I know everybody has talked about TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is good for YouTube. And when you're thinking about search, when you think about intentful search, you have to use Google, you have to use Pinterest, and you have to use YouTube. Now, when you're using YouTube, you may not know the search volume, but this marketing tool I'm about to tell you is going to give you that. And the only way you can have access to it is by having an invite code. And the name of this platform, you can search it on Google. It's called Morning Fame. That's called Morning Fame. If you type in Morning Fame, you're going to get to the website. It's going to show you exactly how to rank on YouTube videos. What are people searching for? What's the difficulty? You even get grades. You get to know that, marketing is F, and marketing for bloggers is B, and marketing for bloggers in Atlanta is an A. And you realize, okay, this is what people are searching for within my radius. And that's going to show you how you can be able to rank with your videos, your thumbnails. And this is also going to help you, because you're going to see a lot of potential. I saw something yesterday on Pinterest, just to show you that this is so good information, that I didn't even know it existed. If you go on Pinterest on your phone and you have the app as a business account, I don't know about the other side, but if you have a business account, when you type in the word music videos, usually when you type in something on Pinterest, you get like explore or you get to shop. When you type in the word music videos, you literally get a timeline feed of videos. they're gonna look like reels or TikTok videos. It's just back-to-back videos. So if you're thinking about music videos or videos you want to rank for, videos that have music, it doesn't have to be a music video. It's just literally, this is a search. So it's music video, which means video has music. It's very intentional. It's very real. So if your music and your video are in the same platform, or you have music on your video, then you're pretty much eligible for that. And if you can be able to rank by saying, here's the tips for this, and then maybe music video by, or music by, or video by, those words are going to be broken down into bits. And then you can start to get really ranking on those searches. And it gets really, really crazy. So you want to make sure that you don't go down the rabbit hole too fast. So the first one I talked about was Pinterest, using Pinterest intentionally, having as a search, intentionally searching for things on Pinterest with an intent to make sure that you have a guided search. I explained what a guided search was when we began this amazing room today. And when I talked about using Pinterest, make sure that you're able to use all the tools on Pinterest, because that's what's going to give you all the guidelines, and it's going to really help you scale going forward. The next one I talked about was Uber Suggest. Uber Suggest is an amazing platform. You can be able to rank. You can really do a lot with your cost per click, know what the search volume is, know how to control your domain authority. You can know how to do that extensively. So make sure you're using Uber Suggest. The third one is called GeoImager. GeoImager is going to help you so much with everything to do with Google My Business. If you have a business account, if you're on Pinterest and you upload all your images and you connect it to your store and you upload it to Pinterest, you're literally boosting your rankings up by 1,000%, because you're going to be found faster because you were intentionally putting something for people to look for, and you found them and they found you as well. So I would definitely say that use that for your advantage. The next one is called What's My SERP. What's My SERP is an amazing platform that you can be able to use to learn what is ranking on Google, what is the search volume. If you want to know more about that, click the link in my bio on Instagram or Twitter, and then scroll all the way down to where it says Linktree, and you can be able to go into the workshop, or go to playinc.online/Pinterest, and you can see the Pinterest marketing course that we have for you. It's available for you, and in the middle of that page, you're going to see where it says watch free workshops. The password is Pinterest with a capital P, and you can watch both workshops. And speaking of workshops, we're going to be having another workshop coming up very soon this month, and I'm excited about it because it's taken a long time to really come back with another one. We had all seats were taken, and I'm so excited to bring you guys back here. And those workshops are going to be only 10 people per workshop. So 10 people per workshop, and the details are going to come in the email. It's going to come on Clubhouse when we host rooms. So just make sure you follow us so stay in touch. And that's going to be coming sometime this June. Now, I talked about What's My SERP. Then I went back to Pinterest, which is the fifth one, and I talked about using this platform I talked about What's My SERP, and I talked about going back to Pinterest using a platform like the Pinterest Ads Manager. When you're using the Pinterest Ads Manager, you're able to really rank and see how you can be able to find the audiences, the sizes that we are going to be able to connect with, build content on, and really find your niche audience. Because when you find your niche audience, you're able to really rank on Google. You can rank on Pinterest, because if you want to rank your Pinterest pictures on Google, then you have to have alt text that have keywords in there. So you have to be very intentional. That's why I keep saying be intentional, so that you can be able to rank for the right things. And when you're using this platform, you can be able to use Pinterest Ads Manager and grow your account. I would say this. The last one I talked about is Morning Fame. Morning Fame is an amazing platform, and you can be able to use Morning Fame and just pretty much get your YouTube rankings correctly. It's an amazing platform. It gives you 24 hours access to the keyword tool. You can literally search for all the tools in there, get everything from YouTube, because when you search on YouTube, sometimes you don't know what's ranking and you don't know which word is doing better than the others. But Morning Fame gives you all those things together. So I hope you guys were able to understand and build your business, build your brand, and use this information for your benefits, because I'm excited to just show you how business can work. And it's not hard to rank for anything. If 3.5 billion people are searching, we're almost 8 billion in the world, and you have 1% of that audience, That's all you need. You don't have to be greedy. You don't have to be out there looking for everybody. If you're serving the right people will come to you. So this is how you can be able to rank. And I'm going to close the hand raising in the next 10 seconds. So if you have any question, raise up your hand, because we're going to be closing out. We've been here for about an hour, and I've been able to give you about 5 marketing tools to use for Pinterest, business, and SEO success. I've been your host, Favor A.G.E. I'm so excited to have you all here. Just a little bit background. I have a background in music, branding, marketing, and advertising. I've been doing it for about 20 years, 16 years plus, because I don't want to count the days I was not really professional. So I'm a self-taught drummer. So I've been able to really connect with people from a personal, business, corporate. I've worked with different advertising agencies, seen how they can be able to build their brands, and learn how to now build my own digital marketing agency, where I've been able to help a lot of clients start with their logo. You don't have a logo? We got you. We can make sure you have to fill up a quiz. Once you understand that quiz, we get to understand what your goal is, get your colors right, get your fonts right. Then we're going to send you a fully guided system. And very soon I'm going to be highlighting that in my Instagram. So you're going to see all the 12 logos and all the 12 businesses that we built with our brand last year. So if you want to learn more about us, make sure you go to playinc.online or just look at my bio to get all the information. I've been your host, Favor A.G.E. I'm so happy that you guys were able to be here today. And I'm about to close the room now. It's been an amazing day. I'm so happy you've been here. If you want to learn more about Pinterest, SEO, marketing, just go and tune into our podcast. The podcast is called We Don't Play. It's available on all podcast platforms: Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Radio Public. Make sure you're able to tune in, and you can get direct access if you look at the link in my bio and just type it on your browser. So thank you so much. Thank you, Aquinet. Thank you, Dr. Michelle, for sharing the stage with me today.
Thank you so much, Favor. Thank you so much, Favor. Excellent.
You're welcome. Anytime. Have a wonderful and blessed day, guys. Enjoy your Thursday, and I'll see you guys in the next room. Take care.
Bye, everybody.